Good evening and welcome to tonight's meeting of the Zoning Board of Adjustment of the Township of Union, which is being held pursuant to the Open Public Meeting Law, C-231, Laws of New Jersey, dated 1975. Notice of this meeting was advertised in the local source and/or the Star Ledger, the two newspapers of record, and notice has been posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building adjacent to the municipal clerk's office. Roll call.
Mr. Wiley.
Yeah, here.
Ms. Martins.
Here.
Mr. Bentavegana. Here. Ms. Scott.
Here.
Mr. Johnson.
Here.
Mr. McNeil.
Here.
Mr. Graves is absent. Ms. Ricketts is absent. And Mr. Champion.
Here. There being a quorum present, this meeting is now declared open. Our first order of business this evening is the adoption of the resolution for calendar number 3430-2936 Vauxhall Road Associates LLC, located at 2936 Vauxhall Road, Block 4703, Lot 15.01, and it was for the construction of a multifamily residence. Board members, you've all had a chance to read the resolution. At this time, are there any board members that would like to comment, make changes or adjustments or modifications to the resolution as it is written? Hearing none, may I have a motion and a second to adopt the resolution?
Mr. Chairman, I move that the board adopt the resolution as read and modified as accurately memorialized in the previous findings of this board.
Second motion.
Roll call.
Mr. Wiley.
Yes.
Ms. Martins.
Yes.
Mr. Bentavegana.
Yes.
Ms. Scott.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. McNeil.
Yes.
And Mr. Champion.
Yes. Our second and final order of business this evening is calendar number 3432, J. Katz, located at 553 Thorough Terrace, Block 2509, Lot 10, and it's for the addition with insufficient front and side yard setbacks. Mr. Katz?
Mr. Katz, this is Rob Pansul. I'm the board attorney. Can I just ask you to swear or affirm that any testimony you provide this evening is the truth and the whole truth?
Yes.
And for the record, just state and spell your name and your affiliation with the application.
Jay Katz, Jaykatz, owner of the home.
Thank you.
Is
I
that a
also have-
representative?
Kenneth Abrams, architect.
Well, you're the architect. You're going to testify tonight as well. Can I ask you to swear or affirm that the testimony you provide this evening is the truth and the whole truth?
Yes.
And for the record, state and spell your name with your affiliation.
Kenneth, Kenneth, Abrams, Abrams, and I'm the architect for Mr. Katz.
Okay, Mr. Katz, why don't you begin as the owner? Just give the board a general summary of what it is you're looking to do. I think they understand why you're here in terms of the setbacks, the pre-existing, and what you're doing to expand on it.
Okay.
And then we can introduce Mr. Abrams to testify. I assume that's your intention.
Okay. Good evening. Thank you for having me. My name is Jay Katz. I purchased the property at 553 Thorough Terrace from the First Baptist Church. The house was built in 1970, and it has 2 bedrooms, and it has 1 bathroom. We currently looked at the house and thought that we can put a extra bedroom on and add an extra bathroom upstairs, and then add an extra. Ooh, is that me? Sorry. So Kenneth has put together some plans, and when we looked at the setbacks for the front and the side didn't, and anything that would be added on after speaking with Anthony, anything added on had to be conforming. So we had come up with this plan, and that's why we're here in front of you. So I brought the architect who created the plans, and would like to discuss that with you, and if you maybe have any questions about what that is.
Do you have, you live there as a single-family residential home, or you're
It is
renting?
empty at this time.
It's empty at this time?
Yep.
And your intention after the improvements, if they're granted by the board, is to continue with the single-family residential
That's correct.
use, correct?
That's correct.
I don't know if any, Gary, you may want to check if any board members have questions of the owner before we move on to the
Yeah.
first witness.
Are there any board members that would like to question Mr. Katz at this time? Hearing none, are there any members of the public that would like to question Mr. Katz? Hearing none, you want to call your, Mr. Abrams?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Before we
Mr.
begin,
Abrams.
Mr. Abrams, can you just state some of your credentials?
Sure. I've been licensed licensed in New Jersey for 20 years. I have a bachelor's degree from Georgia Tech and a master's degree from Arizona State University.
We'll accept your credentials.
Thank you. Just to kind of recap what Jay was talking about, the house is a house that's been sitting, nothing has been modernized. We're looking to kind of renovate it as well as expand on it to offer more opportunity in that house. Right now, it's like you said, a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. We're trying to maintain the footprint of the house by expanding it only a little bit, so we maintain the greenery in the back section of the house, so we're not basically exploding this house or expanding it out more than it needs to be. We're trying to do a modest addition or renovation to this house, and basically to minimize the impact to the property. We're looking to build over the existing front porch instead of building off the back of the house. And to meet the side setbacks or to utilize the front porch, basically it infringes into the left side by 2.5 feet, and the right side's okay, but it also infringes into the front setback. We're not trying to make it any bigger than what the extent of the existing house is, which is at that 16 feet. That existing porch front setback is 16 feet off the street. So it just basically matches the first floor footprint.
Mr. Abrams, I marked, for the record, A1, the application as it was submitted on behalf of Mr. Katz. I marked A2, what appears to be 2 pages of architectural plans. I assume they were created by yourself?
Yes.
Why don't you just spend a moment, just to
Sure.
authenticate the drawings of the board?
Yep,
The board has
absolutely.
that information, just for the record, we have it matching the testimony.
Absolutely. Just in case I show, yes.
It's at 2 pages, I marked it A2, both, two
Yep,
collectively.
I will start at A1. Get my glasses. So you can see on the right side, you can see the property site plan. Basically, as you can see, we're adding over the front of you can see the hatched areas. Those are basically the 2 pieces that we're adding. One part is over the existing 1-story in the back, and then we're adding 32 square feet off to the side. And towards the front of the house, that's basically the existing porch, and we're adding directly over that, so the existing footprint. As you can see in the site plans, you have the existing first floor plan, and you have the second floor plan. The proposed first floor plan is basically saying that we're just really opening up and reorganizing and reutilizing the space that's there, make it more efficient, make it more usable, a more functional kitchen, more functional flow throughout the house, so it's more inviting, it's more usable. Also placing a powder room on the first floor because there's really only 1 bathroom in the whole house. So if you have a family, you're only truly limited to a house of maybe if you had a parent, 2 parents, and maybe either 2 to 3 siblings, all those siblings would have to share 1 room, plus utilize 1 bathroom for all those people. So, I mean, you have a max usage of that space, but by expanding it out, having the usage of the powder room on the first floor, so you don't have to go upstairs to use the bathroom, since you'll be on the main living space. Then on the second floor, what we're doing is we're expanding over the front porch. Then we're expanding over the back addition piece that's existing. So that allows us to, A, add another bedroom, so it gives you more opportunity for whoever wants to live in this house. B, put amenities on the second floor, like the laundry, which is something that most people want these days, so it gives it efficiency and usage. And then the last thing is to add more storage space plus an additional bathroom. So as a lot of houses these days, we have a primary suite, and then if there are 2 bedrooms or however many kids are in this area, that they can utilize their own bathroom. That's a hall bathroom. Then on the second page, a V2 basically shows, you can see that towards the left side, you have existing front elevation and you have the existing right side elevation. I know, I should have given you the small sets. It'll be easier. If you look at the right side elevation of existing, which is the bottom left corner, you can see that the roof line stops at the front and the back. So you can see that there's only the one story in the front section of the house and the back section of the house. And we're basically, so we don't expand out past towards into the backyard, we're trying to basically infill those two areas. So basically utilizing the space that's already there without expanding out the house more than it needs to be. And then the roof line is being reworked so that it can utilize a full-size second floor. So it maxes out the footprint of the first floor on the second floor without expanding the house. And then the final piece is, just let me know if you have any questions so far, is that right now you have the side entrance to go in and out of the house to go to the backyard, or the side entry for the driveway. Now this, basically with the reorganization of the footprint and the layout on the first floor, it allows you to basically utilize the back. It's like a connection between interior and exterior to the backyard, so you can utilize the backyard as much as possible and just be directly connected. So if you want a barbecue, a patio, anything else, it basically allows you that direct access instead of going out the side entrance and down the driveway to the backyard. So again, it's just a more or less, it's reorganization of the footprint, reworking the spaces inside, adding amenities, better amenities such as the kitchen, eating space, dining, combining it all together to make a better flow and usage of the space.
As I asked Mr. Katz, it's set up for single-family residential. That's the intent, is to continue
Yes.
with such use. Normally on applications, Collier's Engineering, who's the township and boards of engineers, would review. They try to keep the cost down for homeowners in single-family. You wouldn't have any objection, I guess this is for Mr. Katz, but you as the architect, working cooperatively with the building department and our engineering as it pertains to code safety issues. They're going to be applicable through the permit process. I just want to note it for
Sure.
the approval.
No problem.
Thank you.
Whatever's needed.
Did you speak to any of the neighbors, or did you get any feedback when the notices went out about the
I
development?
haven't heard from anybody, and I've been going to the house every day, so no.
I do note for the record, too, that notice did go out jurisdictionally. They were obligated to notify the neighbors. I don't know if we got any feedback as well from the building, so.
Are you finished with your testimony, Mr.
Yes.
Abrams? Are there any board members that would like to question the testimony Mr. Abrams has given this evening? Hearing none? Are there any members of the public that would like to question Mr. Abrams' testimony? Hearing none? Are there any members of the public that would like to comment on the application? Hearing none? Mr. Katz, would you want to make a closing statement, or?
I just wanted to thank you for your time in reviewing the application. I don't know if anybody has any questions of me while I'm here in front of you, so.
Now, it's
Anybody
pretty
wanna-
straightforward from a legal perspective. The architect did a good job. We like when the homeowner brings their professional. I know this is probably something you're not used to verse. That's why I've been trying to move it along a little. I don't vote, but it's a pretty straightforward application going straight up from the original foundation.
Yes.
Happens a lot, and if you're in Westfield, you know, when you're in these smaller towns with limited square footage and/or lot space, there's not much you can do, really.
Right.
It is vacant now. I imagine you can determine that the house is in need of repair and upgrade. So that's
100%.
also a benefit that can go into the consideration.
Okay. At this time, I believe we can conference this. Mr. Bentavegna, would you like to begin?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Based on the testimony tonight, this is a good, clean application. I'll be voting yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes, I agree. You did a good job, the architect and the homeowner. I see no detriment to the neighborhood. I also will vote yes.
Ms. Martins?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think this is a great application, very straightforward, beautiful design. I will be voting yes.
Mr. McNeil?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would concur with my colleagues. Very straightforward application. The architect professional did a great job in explaining it, and I intend to vote yes.
Ms. Scott?
Yes, I concur with everyone. You guys did a great job, very straightforward. Congratulations on getting a new home.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I will also vote yes.
Mr. Wiley?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I agree with my colleagues. I see nothing negative in this application. I think it's a good application, and I'm gonna vote yes.
As for myself, it is a good, clean application. I swung by the house. It is rather small, so this improvement will really spruce it up. The variances requested will not have a negative impact on the property or the neighboring property owners. So therefore, I will vote yes for this application. At this time, can I have a motion and a second to adopt the resolution? I mean, to grant the application.
Mr. Chairman, I move the board grant the variance applicable to this application, and the council is directed to prepare a resolution consistent with the board's decision.
Second.
Roll call, Mr. Manguso?
Mr. Wiley?
Yes.
Ms. Martins?
Yes.
Mr. Pentavagina?
Yes.
Ms. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. McNeil?
Yes.
Mr. Champy?
Yes.
On July 10th, the board will pass the resolution. It's a regular meeting night for us, and I could send a copy to the architect if you want ahead of time, all the information.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you so
Appreciate it.
much, everybody.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, there being no further business coming before the board, I move that we adjourn.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.